Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to data structure session. Please confirm if you can hear me. Yes, so as we discussed last session, first we are going to try the homework questions from last to last session. So the first homework question is the note one, not note, sorry, the one we created for Fizzbuzz. So the question is already done. We have to take number from user and then takes same numbers in your array and then print one to each number of array. And everything is working. The code was already done. But while printing your number series, if the number is divisible by 3, so you have to print fizz there. If the number divisible by 5, so print buzz, otherwise print fizz buzz. So our code is just taking a number. For example, if I put 5, so we have to enter 5 numbers. And when we say how many numbers you want to enter, 5, so I entered 5 numbers. And then you can see it printed 1 to each number of our array. So this part is working, but we also have to print the fizzbuzz message. Okay, so who can try this part? Yes, who is going to try this part? Anyone? The code is already ready. 90% we can say code is already ready. Just print fizzbuzz. Who is going to try this? Junaid. Okay, so I'm giving you access. Junaid, you can so write the same code here. See everyone how to print a fizzbuzz message instead of that number series. If the number is divisible by 3 and 5, the number we were printing was this J actually. So if that number J divisible by 3 and 5, so we'll print fizzbuzz, correct? If both by 3 and 5, so fizzbuzz. If by 3, so only fizz. Okay, and if the number is divisible by 5, so print buzz. And if no condition is satisfied, this is also important. If no condition is satisfied, it's not divisible by 5 and 3. So finally, we'll just display that number as it is. So let's try now. Run the code. Enter 2, 5 and 15. 5 and 15, yes. So now everyone you can see we entered two numbers 5 and 15. So it printed 1 to 5 and 1 to 15. But in 1 to 5 series, instead of 3 it printed fizz, correct. Instead of 5 it printed buzz. Here also 3, 6, 9, 12 position it printed fizz because they are divisible by 3. 5 and 10 position it printed buzz because it is divisible by 5, and fizzbuzz because 15 is divisible by both 5 and 3. So earlier we had written here just J. If you notice the previous code, we had only printed J earlier. So we were printing numbers. So if you are printing J and J is your number, it is printing all the numbers for you. This is the loop. So you just have to check whether it is divisible by 3 and 5. So print this message. For 3, fizz message. For 5, you have to print buzz message. And for both 3 and 5, fizz buzz. And if it is not divisible by any number, neither by 5 nor by 3, so finally print the number as it is. Okay. So anyone has a doubt in this program? Anyone has doubt in this program? Fizzbuzz program?
सर
Yes, please confirm. Yeah.
ये एरे लगाना ही पड़ेगा ना हमको?
Yeah, it was already there, na? We already used array. So we already created this demo, and this demo we just have to add a condition. That's it. So everything was there. We just have to add if else here. That's it. This was only remaining in this demo. So there was one more question which we created. The homework question. What was the homework question? One more. So on desktop, let's create one folder 2403 2021 DSA, and this is even sum demo.cpp. So print sum of even numbers, print sum of all even numbers which are there in array. This is Fizzbuzz demo. So you have to create first of all one array hash include iostream using namespace std int main. So here we have one array with some random numbers. Now we have to print total of only even numbers. So first of all, you should able to print all the numbers from array. Just print all the numbers from array. So who can try to print all numbers from array? We'll do this program in 3 steps. First, I don't want to find even number. I don't want to calculate sum of even number. I just wanted to print all the numbers from my array. So who can try printing all the numbers from array? Digvijay, Sonal, Shikha, Shibani, Sarvanan, Saif, Roshni,
सर मैं
Rohit.
ट्राई करूं?
Yeah. So I want everyone to join from a laptop, okay? It is compulsory. So I can give access just 2 3 students or 4 students are trying. So I want everyone to join from a laptop. Yes, Roshni, you can try now. You can move your mouse. Just print the numbers first. Just print all numbers, not even, just all numbers. So you have to check your network, then you have to take a broadband. If you already have broadband, so improve the speed. But you have to connect from laptop. Otherwise, you cannot share your errors, doubts with me like others are sharing, and others are also typing. So the solution is only you have to take a different package of your Wi-Fi if you already have a broadband. But connecting laptop is required. So let's check whether this one is working. Run the code. Click build and run. It's giving error. Your loop is starting from 0. What is the end index? Yes, anyone can help here. What is the wrong here? Please write in the chat. We have to write only 6 there, not ARR 6 or A6. Only 6. I value starting from 0 and the end value of I should be 6 because I is just representing index value. Just write 6 there. Remove ARR of square bracket and everything. Just 6. Only 6. Remove ARR from there. Remove curly braces. Remove that square bracket also. What the square bracket is not required. Equal to 6. Equal to 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the last position. Less than equal to. Equal to less than is not an operator. Less than equal to is one operator. Yeah, so you can see everyone, this is a correct code now. Let's execute. See, it's printing all the numbers from our array. So how it is working? Our I value starting is 0. So it is going to print ARR of 0 here. We don't have to write ARR there in the uh, loop. So that loop is just giving index. Now ARR of 0. Next value of I is 1. So ARR of 1. Then next I value is 2. So ARR of 2. So ARR is written here. You don't have to write there. I is a simple integer variable which is just giving you numbers from 0 to 6 position. And these 0 to 6 positions are nothing but your array index positions. So loop is giving array index position and inside that loop we are printing all numbers. See, there is no condition written here. That's why it is printing all numbers. All the numbers you are taking from array, we are printing it. So just before printing, if you add a condition that this number is divisible by 2, so we'll get even numbers. So I want to the second part now. I want to print only even numbers. This is printing all number. Now second part, I want to print only even numbers. Who is going to try this part? Print only even numbers.
सर
Yes.
सर इसमें हम कंडीशन लिखेंगे इफ अगर वो मॉड्यूलो होगा 2 से तो वो इवन नंबर होगा तो फिर ऐसा आपने ये प्रिंट करने को बोला है तो ये वैल्यू दे रहा है तो इसके नीचे हम कंडीशन लिखेंगे
Inside for loop, before printing the number, we have to write condition. We'll only print number if it is divisible. So before printing, we have to write the condition. Before printing. You can put this line inside if block. So this line will only be printed if the condition satisfied. So this line we can put in a if block.
सर ये कर्सर नहीं चल रहा है
Sorry?
मतलब कर्सर नहीं हो रहा मैंने 4 के नीचे ऐसा क्लिक किया
No, I removed access. Now I want one more. Now you have done your task. First task was just to print all number. That is done. I want one more person now to print only even numbers. Then we'll try the sum part. So we'll do one by one. I want 3 participants for this. One part is already done. Second. Yes. Who is second there? Digvijay, are you there? From laptop. Shikha.
No, sir.
You normally connect from laptop, na? So why you have not connected today, Digvijay? If you are at home, I think so you are at home. So please connect from laptop, if possible. Sonal. See, in the last module, I made one rule.
हाँ भाई
I don't want to make the same rule again here in this batch. So last time I made laptop compulsory for everyone. Otherwise you cannot connect in the session. So I don't want to make any type of rule like this. So please connect from your laptop if possible. If you are connecting from NIT center, you have a PC already there. If you are connecting from home, so please connect from laptop, don't connect from mobile. Yes. Sonal, you are saying yes means you are connected from laptop, right? So I'm giving you access. You can try. So only 3-4 students connect from laptop. Priya Darshini, Junaid is there, Roshni is there, one more student there. Others are not connecting, they are just connecting and just see the demo attend session done. Yeah, so what we can write in this block, please write in the chat, at least from your mobile you can write the answer in the chat what you are going to write in if block. When we are going to print this line, when the ARR of I, correct? So the number you are printing, before printing that number, you just have to divide it by 2, not greater. Yes, now the answer are coming in the chat. So modulo sign for taking remainder, divide by 2 equal to 0. That's it. So if the number which we are printing, if divisible by 2, so print it. That's it. So we just have to add this one line. Thank you. If I execute this, see it's only printing even number 2468. So first of all you should be able to take all the numbers out from your array. If you know this, then you have to try how to take out only even numbers from array or filter out from array. So this is the way. The number you are printing, before that just check if it is real by 2, then only print it. Otherwise all the numbers are printing from your array. If it is divisible by 2, then only print it. So now we got the even number here. This is the even number which we are printing now. So you have to add a sum logic. So I will add now directly here sum equal to 0. If we have used the sum logic before, I think 2 times, and factorial loop also we use same. Sum equal to 0. Where we use just sum recently, I remember. I think in notes demo we use this. Just recently again. Sum equal to sum plus ARR of I. And then after the for loop, print your sum of even numbers. So the same logic. What is the logic? First of all, sum value is 0. So 0 plus the first even number which you will get is 2. So 0 plus 2 is 2. Then 2 plus what is the next even number you will get? 3 is not even number, 5 is not even number, 4 is even number. So 4 is even. So that number we are going to add in a sum. So 4 plus 2, sum becomes 6. So sum was 0, we added 2, now 4. And now plus the next even number, 7 is not even, 6 is even. So 6. The logic is already done. It will take even, it will only come in the block if it gets the even number. So 6 is the next even number. 6 plus 6, 12. And after 12, one more even number is there. So that is also going to be added in the sum. So finally we got 12 plus 18, 20. I think. Yeah. So yeah, I think the calculation, I think I did properly. So 20 it should print when we print the sum variable. Sum variable value is 20 after all the iterations in the loop. So you can see 20 answer on the console. So this is how you have to solve actually a question by dividing it. Means first you cannot print even number sum if you don't know how to take values out from array. If you even know how to take values out from array, how to filter out the even values. And if you know how to filter out even, so then you can add some logic. So step by step, then you get the answer.
सर
Yes.
हम लोग ये फोर लूप पे एरे का नहीं लिख सकते क्या, ARR ऑफ लेस देन इक्वल टू 6?
ARR means a complete array. Means you are here you are saying ARR.
नहीं, ये समझा मुझे। ये फोर लूप में आपने आई लेस देन इक्वल टू 6 बोला, तो फिर ऐसा हम लोग आई की जगह ARR नहीं लिख सकते क्या?
No, if you write ARR of 6 now, so what is ARR of 6? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means it is 8. So it will take 8 values. So your loop is going to start from 0 to 8 means 9 times. So why we are repeating 9 times? It doesn't make any sense. Or if you write ARR 6, let's say your last element value is 895. So what is ARR of 6? Tell me what is ARR 6? This is 0, ARR 0, ARR 1, ARR 2, ARR 3, ARR 4, ARR 5, ARR 6. So 898. So the loop is going to start from 0 to 898. Means it will repeat 0, takes the 0 element value, then 1 element value, 2 element value, 3 element value, 4 element, 5 element, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like this it will repeat 898. Means 899 times, which is wrong. So this is only 0 to 6. I also showed you why we are taking 0 to 6, because when it is 0 it will take ARR of 0,
यस,
then the next I plus plus, so ARR of 1, I plus plus, ARR 2, I plus plus, ARR 3, I plus plus 4, then 5, and finally 6. And when it becomes 7, 7 is not less than 6, and then your loop is going to stop. So here we just have to mention starting index. You're not writing ARR of 0 here in starting. You're just writing index number of that value. So similarly, last also we are writing just index number of value. This we used already many times in array while taking values out.
यस सर।
So the loop is only giving representing index number. It is inside the loop we are using array to fetch data from those particular index positions. The loop is just giving index positions. So if you write ARR, this will happen. Means if we again see the code by taking that ARR 6 value, so then we realize that the loop is going to repeat 900 times, which is of course wrong. It will stop, give error, or it will show something different. So this is a possibility if you write ARR there 896. So this is our code. Print sum of even numbers in an array. So all the even numbers, if you total, so they are 20. 2 plus 4 6 plus 6 12. 12 plus 8 20. So this was another question. This question was small, related to array, but small question, a small demo. But this question has the layers, actually layers, or you can say steps. We directly focus on calculating sum, which is wrong. You have to first just find numbers from array, then even numbers, and then do the sum step by step. If you do, then you will get answer easily. At least you will get half answer. If you even don't get even sum, you will maybe get even numbers at least. So if you get that, you can proceed further and try to calculate sum. So it becomes easy. Okay. So now after completing the homework question, first we will try the binary algorithm code, and then we'll go with some. If you have any doubts, I found few questions there in chat. So because we saw the binary demo last session, the theory concept, so let's use that theory concept in code before forgetting that main theory concept, because your code is based on that. So let's see again once that concept, what is the concept is. So for this you have to open paint again. Let's say I have this array hash include iostream using namespace std. So use that concept before you forget, write it down in the code. So this one is binary search demo.cpp int main, and I am creating one array 2 3 5 6 random. Just no, the data is to be sorted, so I am just creating like this 12. Okay, so now first of all let me just decrease some numbers, because I have to also draw this in the picture here in paint. So this is your array now. How many values are there in array? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 values are there in array. So let's create first array diagram. 1 2 3 4 5, and that one is remaining is 6. 0 1 2 3 4 5. That's it. What are the numbers? 2 3 4 5 8 12. 2 3 4 5 12 8. 2 3 4 5 12 8. That's it. 8 12, sorry, not 12 8, 8 12. My mistake here, 8 12. Now what we have to do with this ARR array, we have to find out the value. So again remember the same logic. For example, we have to find out a number, um, uh, 8. So how you are going to find out? First we have to take left value. So left value, this is L, okay, I have written L there. So left value is 0, the right value is 5. So 0 plus 5, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. 2.5 in integer it takes 2. So is this a number we are searching for? No, we are searching for 8, and this is not a number we are searching for. So what we will do? We'll go to the right hand side, because this number we are searching is greater than this number we found. So we have to go right hand side. So in right hand side you will take now this 3. Right hand side of your that number is 3 now. So lower bound, L means lower bound, LB let's say lower bound is 3 now, and RB means upper bound, UB upper bound. You can take any name, left, right, lower bound, upper bound. So now the lower bound is 3, upper bound is 5, same. So 3 plus 5 8. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4.4. So 4. Now 4 is the element you are searching for. Yes. Where is that gone? I think that removed. I have written there search number is 8. So 8 is the number we are searching for. Yes. And we found the value. Done. So this is our binary search demo. We have seen this concept last session. So anyone has doubt first of all in the concept? Anyone has doubt in the concept, that how we are searching lower bound, upper bound? So please tell me if you have doubt in a concept, how we are taking lower upper bound and then found the 8 number. So just in 2 comparison you can see we have total 6 element in just 2 comparison, or max to max I can say 3 comparison it is going to find the number. Currently we found in just two comparison. So let's try the same logic. Remember what we do first, we take lower bound, we take upper bound, we calculate the average. Okay, so let's try now. So I will first write the code and then explain you. So I am creating one function for this. Let's say binary search. Pass your array. Your lower bound is 0 by default starting. Upper bound is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the upper bound. And what you want to search. So let's say I want to search 8. So I am creating one function here. Binary search. This will take one array. This will take one lower bound LB, then it will take upper bound UB, and it is taking search number. So four parameters we are passing: search number, lower bound, and upper bound.
सर वो स्टार ARR क्यों लिया है?
Because I am taking pointer actually. If you see in all demos I did this.
Yes,
I am passing array in pointer. Means what will happen when you pass array from here? No, not required in this. It was required in sorting actually. But why I taken, I will explain you. For that I have to show you from the sorting point of view. What happened in a sorting, if you remember, in sorting we have this array, random number 7, 5, 7, 9, 6, 2, like this. So your data is not actually sorted. If you see, your data is not sorted. When you pass the array, you know that this function is going to sort the data in sorting demo, not this demo. So in the sorting, all sorting demo, so that time when you pass the array is not sorted. You can see it is not neither in ascending or descending order. But when you pass this array to the function, you know it is going to sort it. So when it sorts the data in the function, so this array is also going to sort because it is just a copy of that array. So this pointer is nothing but in C++, pointer array or pointer variable is nothing but just a copy. So just to give a simple example, without array, I will give you a simple example. You have one variable here, a. So you can see main function has a variable a, its value is 2. And a binary search also has a variable a. If I pass this a to the binary search, so binary search a value is also 2. Correct? So main function has a variable a, its value is 2. And binary search also has a variable now, its value is also 2 because we pass same a. Now when the binary search changes the value of its a to 4, what will happen to this a? This a will also change to 4. So both are like connected each other because both are same memories, pointer. So if you have one variable in main function, its value was 2. We pass same value to the binary search. Binary search also has same value 2 now. But when binary search changed the value, that same value reflected in a main function, this variable also changed. So both a variables are not different. They are same because they are actually representing same one memory. So we use this concept because in main when I pass array, it was unsorted. When the array gets sorted there, we can directly print in main function because both arrays are connected. If that array gets sorted, the binary search one, so here also we can use it.
सर
Yes.
अगर यहाँ पे हमने पॉइंटर वेरिएबल नहीं पास किया होता तो ऐसा हम वैल्यू जब चेंज करते हैं तो जो मेन वाला ए है उसका वैल्यू नहीं चेंज होता.
Yeah, see, if you don't create pointer variable, then what will happen? You have a variable with value what? 2. So main function has a variable 2. When you pass it, so a variable value here is 2. And when you change a value in binary search, so binary search variable is now 4, but your main function variable is still 2. So both variables are considered separately because there are two memories created in background. In main function, there is one memory created for a variable. In binary search, there is a separate memory created for a variable. So there are two a memories. So this a is 2 and this a is 4. There is no connection between both the a's, and both a have different memory, both different values. If we want same values, if you change in main, changes in function. If you change in function, it changes, reflects in main. If you want this, you have to create pointer. Pointer variable means it's just pointing to the same memory. It doesn't have a separate memory to store value. So here it is not required. I added by mistake. So let's currently focus on just binary search demo. So you can see in main function I have one array. I think I change value. Yeah, now you can see we have one array now with 2 3 4 5 8 12 value, 2 3 4 5 8 12 value, and this array we are passing to the binary search. What is the lower bound? Lower bound is 0. What is the upper bound? Upper bound is 5, the last position. And what is the value you are searching for? 8. So write down all the values. This is your array, comma. What is the LB? What is LB? 0. What is UB? Upper bound? 5. And what is your search value? So you are searching for 8 value. Okay, so now I will write the code first. Simple, I told you 4-5 lines, I think it is. But it has a recursion, repetition. So first of all, upper bound should be greater than lower bound always. And then I will just calculate one middle value. So how we can calculate lower bound plus upper bound? Divide by 2. And then we'll call binary search function again, pass the array. So first we'll check if the ARR of middle is equal to the value we are searching for. If we are searching for, so we'll return that number. Else if check if the ARR of middle is greater than the number we are searching for, or is the searching number is greater than middle. So we'll go to the right hand side, otherwise left hand side, and the code is done. So there is a recursion. We have to see the code. It's easy actually in this context. So let me just write that remaining 2 lines. So I will explain you. And let me also check ARR we are passing. We are searching in the right hand side. So lower bound plus 1, upper bound, and same search value. Else array plus lower bound, upper bound minus 1, and search value. And if the value not found, we'll return minus 1. So we have to see what we are returning back. If the result we return is minus 1, so we'll say value not found. Else we'll just print what we got back, value found at that result position. Position handle position handle. Yeah, so according to the logic we have seen here, that middle, upper, total, and then find, otherwise go right side, left side. So it looks proper. Let me just check whether it is working. I'm searching for 8 value now. So we'll see the code also, but let me just check if the code is working. So I'm running the code now. What is the error? Let me check. Oh, semicolon. Silly mistake. Semicolons are missing. Here everywhere semicolons are added now. So it is showing value not found. Something is wrong. Let's check else is required. No. Upper bound is greater than lower bound. Let me check upper bound first of all. What is upper bound? We are passing 5. We are searching for 8 values. 0 is the lower bound. Upper bound is 5. So upper bound is of course greater than lower bound. Lower bound is 0. Upper bound is 5. So 0 plus 5, 5 divided by 2, 2.5. 2.5 means 2. So we are searching for 8. 0, 1, 2. Is this the value we are searching for? No. Then is the searching value is greater than the 4 value? Yes. So pass the same array. Yeah, here we have a problem. Here we have a problem. So we have, see, I'm just trying to see the value inside variables. I'm trying line by line and trying to see the value inside variable. So let me first correct the code, then only we can see the code. Otherwise I will explain wrong code. So first the output should come and then it will be correct. So I'm just trying to implement same logic, but something is wrong I think in this line. So let me just try to find out value number 2. I'm searching for value 3, let's say. Upper bound is same 5, lower bound is 0. So 0 plus 5 divided by 2 is 2, and ARR of 2 is 4. We are searching for 4. No. So what we are searching 3. So is it greater than 4? No. Is it less than? Yes. So we'll take array. Lower bound value is 0. Upper bound value is 2 minus 1, 1. Correct? Yeah, it looks correct here. Then upper bound is 1, lower bound is 0. 1 plus 0, 1 divided by 0 0.5, 0. Value same. We are searching for no. So 1 is a lower bound value. Something is wrong in this part. The when we call our function again. So here we have a problem. Let me just check. The code is correct, but here something is missing. ARR made plus 1 upper bound. So just give a minute. Give me a minute. When we pass 0 and 5, I'm searching for 3. So 0 plus 5 divided by 2. ARR of 2 is not the value we are searching for. So is it greater than? Search value is 3. It's greater than 4. No. So we'll pass array again. Lower bound is 0. Upper bound is 2 minus 1, 1. 1 divided by 2, 0.5. So 0 is the element we are searching for. No. So what we are searching, 3, is it greater than 2? Yes. Upper bound, middle plus 1, upper bound. So here both are 1 1. So 1 plus 1 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. And one position it's same. Yeah, it's written. So yeah, everything looks proper and logic also looks proper. So let me run again and see what happens. It's showing value not found. So I think the error is there in this return minus 1. So I am saying that when I pass my array, lower bound, upper bound, everything and searching value, so it should search and after searching return where it found the value. I hope the search it's not taking like a keyword here because it's showing green color. It's just a variable. Let me take their S instead of search. Yeah, it's not taking as a keyword or something. It's just a variable. No problem in that. Let me print mid. The mid value it's search to. This is strange. Why it print the mid value as 2? No, correct. 2 is the mid value. Then 4 as a mid value. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So at 4 position, it should get the value first. And if it gets the value, it should return mid. Oh, silly mistake there. The code is completely correct. Yeah, one mistake was there which I already found. But from last 5 minutes, I am searching error in my main logic because mainly we focus there is error in logic only. But the silly mistake there in the comparison. This is equal to is not a comparison operator. Is it equal to is a comparison operator? No. Equal to is a comparison operator. If you write equal to is a assignment operator. So comparison operator should be there. So if the value is equal to minus 1, we'll say value not found. So I was giving minus 1 from my own. So if you give minus 1 from own and then say value not found, so it is always showing value not found. Now it is showing value found at 4 position. So means there was a silly mistake. The code was correct. Logic I added was correct. The mistake was a silly mistake in a if block. So I will just check one more time. Just give me one more minute. Let me search for value number 5 and see what it is showing. If I search for value number 5, it's showing not found. Do we have 5 value in our array? Yes, 5 value is there. If I search for value number 3, value not found. Value number 8, showing found. Means yes, there is a logic in error logic also. So let's see why it is giving error in 5. Okay, so let's see the code also side by side. why it is giving error in 5 and now why it is not giving in 8. This code has somewhere problem in this part, but let's also see the flow so you will understand. So first of all, we have our array 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 12. See the code now. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 12 as our array. This is passed to the binary search to search the element. We have given a lower bound of 0. 0 is the lower bound. The upper bound is 5. So upper bound is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means fifth position. 0 is the lower bound position. 5 is the upper bound position. And let's search 8 only first to understand how the code is working. Then we'll see why 5 is not working. Why it is not searching 5. So when I search 8, so 8 is a search element. So remember these values. This is our array. We are searching in. Lower bound is 0, upper bound is 5, and search value is 3. Search value is 8, sorry. So anyone has doubt in these values first? Tell me. Code wise it is easy, okay? There is no
So I
confusion.
didn't understand why we took 8.
8 is a search value. We want to search 8.
Okay.
This is a searching value. You can take any value to search, 12 also, 5 also. Currently we are taking 8 to understand the code. We will change it later. So now we are first of all checking if the upper bound is greater than lower bound. So what is upper bound? 5. Is it greater than lower bound? Yes, because the upper bound should be of course greater than lower. And yes, it is true. So now tell me what is lower bound value? Lower bound is 0. Upper bound is 5. So 0 plus 5, 5. And 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Correct, same logic which we used in that theory concept for searching. So we are calculating the middle. So lower bound plus upper bound, 0 plus 5, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Because it's an integer variable, it will not take the point values. So we got 2 here. Anyone has doubt in this? Middle, calculating middle, lower plus upper divided by 2, right?
सर
Yes.
अब वैल्यू नहीं लेने का, सिर्फ इंडेक्स नंबर ही लेने का.
Yeah, we first just have to find index number. Value we are taking here, na, the next line to
उससे
check
सर
whether, yeah. So first we have to find out the middle position of array. We found using index position only, not from value. And then we will check ARR of mid. Now what is mid? 2. So ARR of mid is, what is ARR of 2? 0, 1, 2, 4. So 4 is the value we got, and we are checking is the 4 value we are searching for. No, we are searching for 8. And is it the value we are searching? So answer is false. No, we are searching for 8, not for 4. Then we'll ask a question then. The value you are searching, 8, is it greater than the element or less than element?
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, how we got the mid value 4?
because mid value is 2, right? We calculated the lower plus upper bound, divide by 2. This you got? Any doubt in this line? Lower plus upper bound formula?
No, sir.
Okay, so when you got mid variable value as 2, so what is ARR of 2? Mid is 2. So ARR of 2. What is ARR of 2? This is ARR of 0, ARR of
4.
1, and ARR of 2 is 4. Understood? So mid, we got only index position and we had took that index position value from array. That's why it is 4. But 4 is not the value we are searching for. We are searching for 8. So that's why we'll check now search value is 8. Is it greater than the element we are searching or less than the element? Tell me. Is it greater or less? We are searching for 8 and we found 4. So this element you are searching now, is it greater than this or less than this? Same logics. We did this in a theory. Tell me greater or less in the chat. You are searching for 8. Is it greater than this or less than this? Greater. So see, so because it is greater than the element we are searching, so we'll execute this block. So the search element we are searching is greater than the element we found, 4. So we'll again call the binary search, again recursion. Again call the binary search, but this time the array value is same, but the lower bound is, see what is the lower bound? Mid plus 1. Mid value is 2 plus 1, 3. So lower bound is 3 now. See 0, 1, 2, 3. Because you said the element is greater. So we are going to search in the right hand side part now. So what is the lower bound now? 3. Mid, we found the value 4, but we are going to search in the right hand side part now. So we are saying that whatever we found element, just go after that element. So lower bound is 3 now, upper bound is same 5, and search value is still same. We are searching for 8. So the again function is executed, but this time the different lower upper bounds. So this time again upper bound is 5, lower bound is changed now to 3. So is 5 is greater than 3? True. Again calculate the middle. Lower bound is, this time is 3. Upper bound is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. We just did this in Paint also. Same, we were searching I think 8. So 8 divided by 2 is nothing but 4. You got 4 answer in mid. So now tell me ARR of 4. What is ARR of 4? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So ARR of 4 is 8. And we are searching also for 8. So is it same? Yes. True. So because it is true, it is going to return the middle value. See what is the middle value? 4. It is going to return 4 back. And because we are returning 4, it is not minus 1. So we are going to display value found at 4 position. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 position. See what we are returning. When we found the value, we are returning mid value, and mid value is 4. So what we are returning, in short, we are just returning the index position where we found our search value. So return that index position, and when we return, we print value found at that 4 position. So the same logic we have seen theory, we try to implement here. Yeah, tell me.
सर ये इंसेक्ट ब्लॉक में ये समझा कि जो 8 है वो ग्रेटर है 4 से, ऐसा मिड वैल्यू से, उसके आगे से सब नहीं समझा मुझे।
Sorry.
आपने ये बोला ना कि ये जो हम लोग सर्च
8
करें,
is,
हाँ,
yeah,
वो
8 is
सर्च
greater
कर
than 4. Because 8 is greater than 4 means the condition satisfy, your search value 8 is greater than the middle element you got 4, right?
4, yeah.
So after that we'll call binary search function again. See, we'll enter in the block and we will again call the binary search. When we call binary search, array is same, but this time the lower bound is mid plus 1. So mid value was 2 earlier. 2 plus 1 we take lower bound as 3 now. Why we are taking 3? Because we already searched 0 to, first we took lower bound 0, upper bound 5. So we search entire, means we have taken this as a lower and upper bound, but now we are taking this as a lower upper bound. Why? Because you only said the search element is greater. So we are going to now search only here in the right hand side. So so when you are saying the search element is greater than the element we got, so we pass the array. Array is same, but the lower bound is changed now. See what is the lower bound value? Mid plus 1. Mid was 2 earlier when we started. So mid plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Lower bound is 3 and upper bound is 5. Means we are going to take this value now. We are not going to see the left side value. We are only going to see right side value. Lower bound is 3, upper bound is 5. Understood? So we are going in the right hand side now. Because the element we want to search is greater than 4, we are taking the right hand side part, 3 to 5. 3 is this index, 5 is this index. And when you calculate the average of 3 plus 5, 8 divided by 2, 4. And when you get 4 mid element, so what is ARR of 4? ARR of 4 is 8. And finally you got the same element.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so same we did just here actually. If you again see in the theory concept, so you will understand again and relate to the code. We are searching for 8, but what is the lower bound? 0. This we took also in code. What is the upper bound we took? upper bound 5. So 0 plus 5, 5 divided by 2 is equal to 2.5. So first the middle element we got was 2. 2 is nothing but this element 4. So is this the number we are searching for? No, we are not searching for 4. ARR of 4. We are search ARR of 2, sorry. So this element is not the number we are searching for. We are searching for 8. So is this number, searching number 8, is greater than 4 or less than 4? Greater than. So that's why we are going to take now lower bound as 3. Right hand side of that 4, lower bound is 3 and upper bound is 5. So 3 plus 5 is now 8 divided by 2 equal to 4. So now what is ARR of 4? So ARR of 4 is this. So is this the number we are searching for 8? Yes, we are searching for 8. Finally, we found data. Done. And the same thing is we try to implement here. First, we pass the lower upper bound as 0.5. Then we got the 4 number, but it was not the number we are searching for. The number was greater. So we called the function again, but this time the lower bound was changed. Lower bound was this, upper bound is this. And then you got your 8, which is the number you are searching for. Understood? So see, same logic. First of all, see the middle number is your number. Otherwise, go to the right hand side or go to the left hand side. And keep doing this again and again until you get your number. Now, this logic is working with number 8. And but there is some problem. There is a problem because if you see code wise, and we also did this now line by line, so it looks like it is working, but there is some problem. Still there is a problem in this logic, because when I put 5, when I search 5 number, it is not searching. So there is a problem maybe in calculating average or in this part here. So let's find out now what is the problem. We'll just start again, but this time instead of searching 8, we will search 5. So again start your array, same array. What is your lower bound? 0. What is your upper bound? 5. 0 is the starting, upper last index is 5. And what we are searching now? 5. So again I am asking if you have any doubt in the values first when we called function first time. So ask me if you have doubt. So first we got array as it is, lower bound starting we are taking 0, upper bound we are taking 5, and search value we are taking also 5. So remember now, search value is 5. So upper bound is 5, lower bound is 0. So upper bound is greater than 0. Yes, true. What is lower bound value? 0. What is upper bound value? 5. 0 plus 5, 5 divided by 2. Same 2.5, because it is integer variable, it will only take 2, not 0.5. Now what is ARR of 2? So ARR of 2, ARR of 2, ARR of 2, ARR 0, ARR 1, ARR 2. ARR 2 is 4, is equal to search value. Search value we are searching 5. So it's not same. We are searching for 5, we got 4. Sorry, false. It's not same. So because it is not same, we will go to the else if part and check. You are searching for 5. Is it greater than 4? You are searching for 5. Is it greater than 4? No. So the searching element is 5 and it is not greater than 4. It is less than 4. Sorry, greater than 4 only. I thought 3 we are searching. My mistake. Sorry. We are searching for 5. Is it greater than 4? Yes, it is true. Because I taken some other numbers also, so I was thinking about them. So you can see now search value is 5. Is it greater than the element we found? Yes, it is greater. Any doubt in this part? Anyone has first? Do you have any query in this so far? Yeah, so we got the middle number, we got the 4, but it is not the number we are searching for. And we are searching for number 5, it is greater than the number. Okay, so it is greater than number. So we'll again pass the array to this function. This time we'll pass mid plus 1, mid value is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 is the lower bound. Same values again. Upper bound is 5. So we are going to search between this now, 3 to 5. So again we'll start 5 is greater than the lower bound, still correct, true. 5 plus 3, 8. Lower bound is 3, upper bound is 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 divided by 2, 4. So same thing happening like we search for 8, same thing happening, 4. So now what is ARR of 4? ARR of 0, ARR 1, ARR 2, ARR 3, ARR 4. ARR 4 is 8. And what we are searching for, 5. So is it same? No, it is not same, false. Second time also it became false, second comparison. So again we'll check. What is the search value? Search value is 5. And what you got? 8. So is 5 is greater than 8? No, this time it is false. 5 is not greater than 8. This time. So what we are searching for 5, but we found 8. So what you are searching 5, is it less than 8 or greater than 8? Less than 8. So we'll now search in the left hand side. To search left hand side, we'll call a binary search function again. We'll pass array again, but the lower bound, we are passing lower bound here. So what is the lower bound? Lower bound value is 3, which is wrong. See, this is wrong. Now the lower bound, what is the lower bound value should be? What should be the lower bound value?
0.
0. But actually, if you see the lower bound value is coming 3, this is the problem here. Lower bound should be 0 now. So here we have the problem. If you are searching in the right hand side, so the lower bound value should be fixed 0. Yeah, correct. So now the lower bound value is 0. Upper bound is mid minus 1. Mid value is what? Mid value 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So let me check where we are searching now. 0, 1, 2, 3. And yes, we are searching in the correct position. 0, 2, 3. Because we are searching for 5. We got 8, but 8 is not the number we are searching for. So we'll go to the left hand side. This position is correct. 0 to 3. Now again check. What is your lower bound? Lower bound is 0. Upper bound is 3. It is greater. Yes, true. We'll now do same thing. 3 plus 0, 3. 3 divided by 2 is what is 3? 1.5. So we got 1. So now what is ARR of 1? ARR of 1 is what? So many comparison is doing for middle element. That 5. ARR of 1 is 3. Is 3 is equal to the number we are searching for? No, still no, false. 3 comparisons are done, but still we have not got the value. Then again we'll check what is the number we are searching for, 5. Is it greater than the number we found? Yes, it is greater than the number we found. So now again call the binary search. You have array, lower bound is mid plus 1, mid value is 1, 1 plus 1, 2. So mid is, lower bound is 2 now, and the upper bound is 5. So again it is look correct now, 2 and 5. So we got 3, but we are searching for 5. So the value we are searching is greater than this or less than this? Greater than. So we are going to search between 2 and 5 now. So again do the same. 5 is greater than 2. Yes, true. So 5 lower bound is 2. Upper bound is 5 now. 7 divided by 2. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. 3.5 means 3. Now what is ARR of 3? ARR of 3 is nothing but 0, ARR of 1, ARR 2, ARR 3. Finally, after 3 comparison, 4th comparison we got 5 value. Is it equal to the value we are searching for? Yes. So it will return the value. So we got the problem. See, if we do line by line, we get the problem easily. So the problem was this: the lower and upper bound value which are added here was wrong. So lower bound should be 0. Whenever you are searching left hand side, the lower bound is always 0. Whenever you are searching right hand side, the upper bound should be 5. Now if we run, see it's searching, see value found at 3 position. So now we'll try to search all value and check whether our code is working for all values or not. I'm searching for value number 2, so it should be present at 0 position, correct. I'm searching for value number 3, so 3 should be at 1 position, so it's working. Then search for 4 value, 4 should be there at 2 position. Yes, it is there. 5 we already checked, 8 we already checked. Let's check again. 8 should be there at 4 position. And if I search 12 values, so 12 value should be there at 5 position. 12 value is not working, value not found. All the values are found, but 12, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 12 value not found. If I search for 12, the value not found, means still there is one problem remaining. Somewhere the problem is remaining. So no problem, we can see the code again. We'll get to know more about code. Now we'll try with 12 value. Why it is not working? So we are passing ARR, same array. What is the lower bound? Again we are starting from fresh. So lower bound is 0, upper bound is 5, and we are searching for value 12. Anyone has doubt in this? Lower bound is 0, upper bound is 5, and search value is 12. Now upper bound is 5, lower bound is 0, so of course it is correct, true, greater. So 5 divided by 2, we did this. 5 divided by 2 is equal to 2.5, means 2. So ARR of 2, what is ARR of 2? ARR of 2, ARR 0, ARR 1, ARR 2. ARR 2 is 4. So 4 is the value we are searching for? No. So the value we are searching for is greater than this or less than this? Greater than this. We are searching for 12, it is greater than. So we'll go with this binary search. Call pass array again. Mid plus 1. Mid value is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3. And the upper bound is 5. So we are going to search between this 0, 1, 2, 3 to 5. Yes. It looks correct. Yeah, it's searching now here right hand side. Let's see whether it is searching properly. Of course, there is a problem. That's why it's not giving error. So upper bound is 5 now. Lower bound is 3. So 5 is greater than 3. True. Lower bound plus upper bound. Lower bound is 5 plus 3, 8. 8 divided by 2 is nothing but 4. So ARR of 4. ARR of 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. ARR 4 is 8. Is equal to the value we are searching for? No, we are not searching for 8 value. So the value you are searching for is greater than 8 or less than 8? Greater than 8. Again, we are searching for 12. We got 8, but we are searching for 12, so it is greater than 8. So again, it is satisfied. So again, pass array. Mid value plus 1. Mid value is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So lower bound is 5 and upper bound is also 5. See, this is the problem. So lower and upper bound both are 5. So because of this, upper bound is also 5, lower bound is also 5. It is not greater than, so that's why the loop stop. That's why the if block stop and then it return -1. So actually we have to make it equal to here. So if the 5 is not greater than, but at least it is equal to. So now if you do this process, lower bound plus upper bound, lower bound is also 5, upper bound is also 5. So 5 plus 5 what? 10. And what is 10 divided by 2? 10 divided by 2 is 5. And now ARR of 5. ARR of 5 is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 position is 12 and what we are searching 12. So because both are same, we got the value. So this was one problem. This problem I think will give it's giving a problem to us if you have a value in the last position. But now it is solved greater than equal to, upper bound should be greater than or equal to. So now we have to check again it is working for all or not. Let's check again once. Julian is saying working for all. So 2 is found at 0 position. 3 3 found at 1 position. 4, so 4 found at 2 position. 5 found at 3. 8 found at 4 position. 12 found at 5 position, and it is not fixed for 5 values only, 6 values. If you have now 100 of values also, it will work. So it has some problems. See, this is how we, first of all you should know what you are writing. Because we understood the code, then we found yes there is one problem here, 0 and mean lower bound is coming wrong. Then we found here one problem, that upper bound is and lower bound are same, and it happened because it searched for 4 value. Then we go to the right hand side because we are searching for 12. Then we found 8 value. Then also we have to go right hand side because we are searching for 12 and it is greater than 8, but there is no multiple values remaining, now only one value remaining. So that's why lower and upper bound same, and because of this it was stopped. So we have to make it equal, then greater than equal to. So this is how we can solve the problem. And if you solve the problem like this line by line, if you see the code and try to solve problem, the logic is going to logic building. So now the code is proper, it's working for all. So the logic was same, we tried to implement. We have to first take lower upper bound, divide it, take the middle, check is this the value you are searching? No, so go to the right side or left side. Then again take lower upper bound, do the same process. So we are also calculating middle, searching whether it's same value. No, so go to right side or go to left side. Then again take middle, see the value you found, otherwise go to right side, left side. And we are keep doing this, calling same function again and again using recursion, a function calling itself until we get the value. So anyone has any query here? Doubt? This code? Okay. So now tell me if you have any error, doubt in your code.
सर
Yes.
वो क्विक सॉर्ट का एक बार और एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए.
Quick sort.
हाँ
Quick sort actually takes time. Let's open and try.
सर चलेगा, आप कल बताइए.
No, it means not because of we have time today also. If you go see the understanding demo is just same thing. We have to go line by line to understand. If I explain now, maybe I will get revision. But until you try it line by line by passing value, you will not understand properly. Like
वो
I did now line by line. Same.
पार्टीशन वाला फंक्शन ना नहीं समझ रहा है.
Yeah, same means I think you're skipping one line or not taking value properly from array. So this is the only reason possible, which is giving a wrong answer maybe or confusion. So 23, So checking line by line your code is very important. So like normally if anyone send me homework, like I give you homework and you sent me. So how I check if the code is correct or I want to explain someone. So line by line, I just check line by line code. 23, where is the 23 folder gone? 23, 23 Java. Last session only we tried this DSA quicksort, right? 24 is today's date, 23 DSA. This is Java folder, 24 DSA. I think it's deleted. Let me download again. Oh, it was just single file, that's why. Oh, so it is 20, 23. Yeah, quicksort demo. It is there on the desktop. So means it's a single file, not a folder. We just created one demo yesterday and seen the insertion demo again maybe. So see again to understand partition this sorry quicksort demo, we'll go line by line, like how it is calling a function. So let's change the value little bit here. We'll make it 8 here, 7 that position. So first of all, you have this array. The values are not properly aligned, means of course unsorted. That's why we want to sort. So we are passing array first to the quick sort. So in quick sort, what is your array? Let's copy the array. Comma. What is the low value? Low means same like lower bound, upper bound we took na, that lower upper bound. So low value is 0. So here we have given low variable name and the last position value is 3. So low value is 0 and the high value is 3. So high means not from the value index wise. So low is the first index, high is the last. Now low is less than high. Yes, it is true.
Yes.
Yeah, so because it is true, now we'll call the partition function with same array, same low and high value. So same everything copy you from here. Copy from here and call the partition function. So in the partition function, you have array, your low value is 0, your high value is 3. So now we'll take ARR of high as a pivot value. So ARR of 3, because high value is 3. So ARR of 3 is a pivot value. What is pivot value then? 9. So write down here pivot value is 9. And low minus 1 is your I value. Low value is 0, 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 is I value.
सर
Yes.
सर कीवर्ड में हम लोग जो लास्ट वैल्यू है एरे का हाई वैल्यू वही रखेंगे.
Yeah, or you can take first value also as a pivot value. So we can, or you can take middle value also as a pivot value. So we can take any value as a pivot value there. But this algorithm, the last value has taken pivot. Then low minus 1. Low is 0. So minus 1 is minus. Low 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Then your j variable is going to start from that low means 0. And the last value till high minus 1. High is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. J variable is going to start from 0 to 2.
Yes sir.
So current first J value is 0. So ARR of 0. ARR of 0, let's see what is ARR 0. 8 is less than pivot value. Yes, it is. 8 is less than pivot value. So I plus plus, I increments to 1 or 0. It was -1, now it is 0. Then we'll swap the value. So ARR of I is 0 and J is also 0. So we are going to store 8 value in the same position there, 8. After that, increment your J value, repeat your loop, increment J variable. So J variable now is 1. So ARR of 1, 7 is less than 9. Yes, it is less than 9. So again increment I value becomes 1. So again we'll do the same thing. Yeah. Any doubt here?
सर ये ARR of J7 कैसे हुआ? उसमें
Because
increment
J
किया
value,
है.
you have to check J value. J value was 0. So we took 8. Now J value is 1. So ARR of 1 is 7.
समझा सर.
So first iteration we took first index. In second iteration we took 7 index and compared with the pivot value. Again this is less. So increment I value becomes 2. So now ARR of 2, 10 and J is also it was 0, then it become 0. Sorry, it should be 1 actually. I incremented it, but while talking you again I incremented 2 times. So actually it is 1. So ARR of I, so in first iteration it was 0, now it is 1. So ARR of I is also 1 and J is also 1. So again the same value is going to store in the same position. So nothing is swapped. Currently until nothing is swapped. Now again J value increments. So J value becomes 2. So now ARR of 2. What is ARR of 2? 10. So is 10 is less than 9?
No.
No. So now we will not increment, no swapping, nothing. Just go back to the loop, increment J again. So J becomes 3. But because it becomes 3, we said it will only go from range 0 to 2. So we'll stop the loop now. Because it is incremented to 3. Stop it. And after the loop stops, it will swap something. What it is swapping? See, I plus 1. I value is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And what is the high value? High value is 3. So what we are swapping? We are going to swap 2 with 3. So 2 is this, 3 is this, position wise. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 2 is this, 3 is this. So swap them. So 9 is swapped with the 10 value. So actually what happened, the pivot value checked the first element but not swapped with it because it was smaller. Okay, then it checked with the next value, it was also smaller, so not swapped. But this value, the third value was greater, it swapped with that value. But still the code is not done. So the first partition function is done now. It will return I plus 1. I value is, what is I value? 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. It will return 2 back. Now the partition function is completely, yeah.
सर I का वैल्यू यहाँ पे 2 था तो 2 plus 1 3 होगा ना यार.
No, I value, see I have written here 1. I value is 1 here. See here I plus 1 was written, that's why I took 2. And here also I plus 1 is written, so I am taking 2 here. Okay. So I value is 1 only. It is not 2. That's why I've written everywhere. Yeah.
ओके सर, लेकिन जब इस स्वेप किया 2 है तो वो वैल्यू नहीं लेंगे हम लोग.
No, because I equal to I plus 2 is not written. No, you are just incrementing it for that line only. It's not permanently incremented. If you write I plus 1, it's not going to increment. You have to write I equal to I plus 1 or I. So when you write I plus 1, it's not going to increment by 1 or I plus 5 means you have to write I equal to I plus 5. Increment and store again in same memory. Okay. Understood?
Yes sir.
Yeah. So just by writing I plus 1, I is not going to increment. It was just temporary become 2. And here also temporary I value is 1 only. It became 2. and now this 2 value is going to return back to this line. Here the partition function started, now partition function done, and finally partition function is giving us that number back 2. So remember the pi value. I am writing the pi value. So write everything, then only we can go with the flow. So now quick sort, again we are calling quick sort function. This function is calling itself. ARR is what is the ARR now? See, this is the ARR. This is your array, and low value is, what is the low value?
0.
0 only. And high value is nothing but pi minus 1. Pi is 2. This is what we got from partition back. So we'll take that 2 minus 1 and pass into high variable. So high value become 1. Okay, so in the quicksort function we pass array as it is, low value pass as it is, but high value pi minus 1. So high is now decreased. Earlier it was 3, na? Now it is 1. See, but still, yeah, but still low is 0 and high is 1, which is less. So we are again going to go inside the if block and again call the partition, because again function was called low is less than high, again call the partition. But this time array is this, low is this, high is this. Low and high value changed. Low is, sorry, same, high is changed. So again we'll take ARR of high. ARR of high value is what? 1. So what is ARR of 1? Tell me.
7.
7 is your pivot value now. Earlier this was a pivot value, now this is a pivot value. So actually this technique is a best technique which means we are using now because we are not taking a fixed pivot value or something, it's changing here. In our theory concept they have shown take the first element as pivot value, which takes more comparison always. And here we are not taking last element only, it's changing. Now pivot value is 7. So low minus 1. Low is what? 0. 0 minus 1. Same. Minus 1. Yeah. Hello.
हाँ सर यहाँ पे -1 हुआ समझा वो मुझे.
Yes. Then again now loop is going to start because it was stopped now. So j variable again started from 0 because low is 0. So j is 0. And less than equal to high minus 1. So high is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0 then. So the j value is 0 now. And it will only repeat one time because you can see 0 to 0. Earlier it was 0 to 3 or 2, I think. Now it is only 0 to 0. Any doubt here?
No sir.
Yeah, so j starting value is low, which is 0. End value is high minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0 now. So we'll do the condition now. ARR of j. J value is what? What is j value? 0. So ARR of 0 is 8. Is it less than our pivot value? No, it's not less than pivot value. False. So because it is false, correct na? ARR of j is 0. So ARR 0 is 8 and pivot value 7. It's written there. So 8 is less than 7. No, false. Okay.
Yes sir.
So because it is less than not less than 7, we'll stop the block, if block, but loop is going to continue. J increments to 1, but we already said we are going to only take j is less than 0, but now it is no more less than 0 or equal to 0. So we are going to stop the loop. Loop is stopped. Now I plus 1. What is I value? Minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. And high value is 1. So now we are going to swap this two, 0 and 1. 0 is this, 1 is this. Swap it. So 7 and 8. Means whenever it finds the condition false, it actually come out of the loop and swap that value here first. And now it is done. Now I plus 1. See, I value is minus 1 still. It is not changed. Here we just did plus 1 temporarily. So minus 1 plus 1 is 1. Sorry, 0. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So we are going to return 0 now back to the again partition function second time completed, and this time partition function is giving us 0 value back. So again we'll call the quicksort function with same array, low value is 0 and high value is 0 minus 1 minus 1. So low value is still same 0, but high value this time is 0 minus 1 minus 1. So minus 1, 0 is less than minus 1, false. So that's why this line is now stopped. It's not going to call again. Just stop this line. So again pass array pi plus 1. Pi value is 0. So 0 plus 1, 1. Low value is 1. And high value is minus 1. So is 1 less than minus 1? No. So false. Stop. Everything stop. And display your array. So what is your array now? 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorted. So how many comparison it made? It made actually this time 4 comparison. 4 or 4 comparison or 5 comparison it made. 5 made. Because first 9 value was here. It checked with 7, 8 and 9. 3 comparison. And then swap the value 4 comparison. Then it take 8 value compared only one time. 5, 6 comparison it. Total it done 6 comparisons. So same then, because you can see it is not taking quadratic. 4 4s are 16. It's not making 16 comparison. It is not even making 4 comparison linear. So it is more than linear and less than quadratic. So in between there we have log linear. So it is taking log linear order of growth. So means mostly you will find it is making more comparison than the elements we have in our array.
Samdha sir, thank you sir.
Yes. So means we have to follow this line by line part means very carefully, because sometime even if we are going carefully, sometime we if we just change the one index increment by mistake or decrement, or forget that one line, skip that line. So because of that we will see the code is giving wrong answer. So code is correct, but while understanding the code, if we make any one mistake also, so that's why we have to go carefully here and pick the proper index positions. So this is how the quicksort is working. So today we tried 2 homework questions, first and binary search. Anyone has any doubt here? Do you have any query or doubt? In the next session, we are going to see now something called dynamic list. Dynamic list means the array is a fixed size. When you create array, we have fixed size given like 4 values. You cannot store more values in that. And if you create an array with big size, then the memories are going to waste. I think we discussed this before. When we discuss in data structure also in starting session, I think we discussed, because in first chapter it was given static and dynamic array. Static array means which cannot grow or shrink at runtime. They are fixed size. And dynamic arrays which can grow and shrink at runtime. So to create this will require a pointer concept again. So we are going to see this, how to create our own dynamic array. So in most of the language we have built-in dynamic array, means there is a built-in class options are available. You can store n number of value you want. You get different benefits in those class like default sorting, searching, filtering. Everything is given ready-made. But as a programmer, you should know how to create your own dynamic array. If you want to add some extra functionalities, you cannot add in the built-in option given in that language. you have to sometime create your own also. So we'll also create our own array now, which can store n number of values, and we'll give some extra features which are not available in normal array. Yes, it is possible. We can do that. We can do this possible. So we are going to try this in a next session. And again, if you have any doubt in the existing code, we'll also discuss same in next session now. So next session is same tomorrow. So what you are going to try, just try the same examples we done so far. Spend time means you can see, just to explain also the quicksort demo. It took me 15-20 minutes. Okay, so means you have to spend more time, like 30 minutes on a program to understand it. You can use actually notebook also, like instead of writing in notepad or comment, you can also use notebook for tracking the variable values.
सर ये क्विक शॉट छोड़ के बाकी सब करेंगे तो नहीं चलेगा क्या?
We have to do quick sort also, means see, we don't have to memorize the code, we have to remember the logic, everything, because quicksort is an important sort algorithm. So as I told you, normally as a developer so far I have, or many of the other developers, they have not written a quicksort code manually. Normally required in just we copy paste, that is also not required, because in all language there is a default sorting functions are available, we sort using them. But when we go to interview, they ask about the sorting algorithms if they want you as a backend developer in a coding part, to check your logic and everything. So of course it is required. So when you complete quicksort demo, and if you understand it properly, so means you understood array also, recursion also. So they just wanted to see, you know, recursion array, and if you know quicksort, you know, recursion array, loops, everything. So we have 3 files now. Why there is no exe file for Fizzbuzz? I think I copied, that's why, from previous year. So we have binary search demo created today. Only one demo. Yeah, and other 2 homework files. Quicksort demo, nothing changed. So that is already shared with you. Yeah, so I will share these 3 files with you today. Just try these same demos for, and next session we will try to create dynamic array. And if you have any doubt, we'll see same. Sir, on training.com, there is no learning resource available. No, have you tried the same link which I gave you? I think you again, means you tried something different. So first, yeah, tell me, have you tried same ID password which I gave you? Shikha?
I've tried my own ID and password.
Okay, okay. So in your ID password, just do one thing, share me that ID password privately in the chat section. I will just open it now just to check. You clicked on library, or maybe as I told you, you got your ID password but not allocated books yet. So let me just check and confirm. Give me your ID password in the privately in the chat section. It's giving error actually. Is there any capital letter here? Is the first letter is capital?
नहीं सर, अगर मैं
No,
से ये
It's giving error actually. It's giving you, if you have account, your ID, let's check your ID. 210014002222. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Your password is also I copied same, but it's giving error. Have you got this error, or you can log in? What is your error? Your problem?
When I'm using it on my mobile phone,
Okay.
so it's I'm able to log in, but when I'm using desktop now, it's giving me same error.
No, I think in mobile you have saved a password. Have you saved? Are you typing password in your mobile phone?
No, using fingerprint.
Fingerprint. Yeah, you have to click forgot password actually. Please check your email ID and student or password, or the account will be logged. You can click forgot password, okay, once from the desktop. Put your email ID here and submit. So you will get one OTP. Put that here, set a password, new password, and then try to log in from desktop. And same you can use ID password from your mobile phone as well. Okay, so try this. Okay,
सर
yeah.
Okay.
आपके जब ये ईमेल आईडी से ना जो आपने दिया उससे लॉगिन किया जो डिजिटल दिखा रहा है वो अवेलेबल है और जब भी खुद से किया ना तो नहीं आ रहा है.
From mobile you cannot see. You have to open from laptop only to read books.
सर मोबाइल में जाके वो डेस्कटॉप साइड भी किया तो भी नहीं आ रहा है.
No, from mobile actually currently, because it's not properly adjusting, or they want actually to open from laptop because to practice side by side. Maybe some reasons because of this. Website is responsive, but maybe because of some intention they made this, that you cannot open on mobile. You have to open from laptop only. So open from laptop and then you can practice side by side. Okay. So thank you everyone for attending the session. Try all the files, and next session we'll try with doubts and how to create the dynamic array. Okay. So I'm ending the meeting now. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.